The 4 players, as well as several other top players in Iran's professional women's soccer league, were discovered to be either men who had not completed a sex change operation or were suffering from sexual development disorders. The discovery has had far-reaching effects because the country's soccer governing body is now subjecting all players to mandatory gender tests. Medical inspectors, as they're called, will randomly attend league games and games in the indoor futsal league to carry out these spot checks. So far, 7 players in all have been banned from the league for failing the gender tests. On top of that, club teams will now be required to perform gender tests before signing any new player to a contract. If the player cannot prove that they are female, then he or she will be barred from taking part in the league until they undergo medical treatment, according to the head of the Iranian Football Federation's medical committee. In Iran, sex change operations are normally carried out in 2-year phases, but are still not exactly legal. They are permitted under an Islamic religious decree from 1979, but at the same time go against the sexual morality code of sharia law, or the law derived from the Koran and the teachings of Mohammed. It should also be noted that women in Iran are also not allowed to attend soccer matches between men's teams for religious reasons. So an interesting situation going on over there in Iran. It makes you wonder why these men tried to get on the women's team in the first place. Well, have no fear, our trusty Chinese internet users have no shortage of theories, and they'd love to share them with you on Sina.com. Let's check out a few.
Now Chinese women's soccer's got a solution. As for Chinese men's soccer, you guys just keep thinking.
Were they good and then changed gender, or changed the gender and then got good?
They couldn't take passes off their chest, so they were banned. That's the main reason.
So logically speaking, Thailand should win the Women's World Cup.
If they find another 7, that's a full team.
So strange. They couldn't make the men's team, so they transferred to the women's team. It just shows they really love soccer.
Even if they get a sex change operation, men still can't play on a women's team. After all, they still have the androgens, and it'll affect the game. It's unfair to other female players, so transgendered athletes aren't allowed to play in any formal international women's competitions. It's common sense.
This might be the male version of the Mulan legend, where he takes his mother's place on the team.
It's creative and shameless at the same time.